Warning: the following podcast contains violent scenes that may be unsettling to some listeners. Listener discretion is advised.
Blessed by the unconquered sun with incredible powers, our exalted circle seeks promised treasure of a forgotten age. Join Joachim as Karal Fire Orchid, Adam as Fakakun, Slavic as I Selekamu, Mitch as Volfer, and Becca as our storyteller, as they see what's in store for them in the Tomb of Dreams. You can follow us on Twitter at twin_cities_VTM and Facebook at Twin Cities by Night to stay up to date with our podcast releases. There you'll also find an invite to join our Discord chat. We'd love to see you there. If you'd like to support us financially, you can do so on Patreon at Twin Cities by Night. Enjoy. Hello and welcome back to Exalted, the Tomb of Dreams. The last time we left off, all of our player characters were making their way up to the mountain and hopefully back to the Caldera. Suma has led you guys back up the large cliff that you had floated down originally, and you make your way back through the kelp forest underwater and back onto the basalt beach. As you emerge from the water, you're wet from the storm that's still going on, and it's still crazy and maybe even more turbulent than it was when you originally went down into the ocean. But you don't feel wet and heavy from emerging from the water. It's just once you get up, you start to feel the rain, and that's when it starts being cold and windy again. Suma will start to lead all four of you up to the beach, and she takes a moment to look at the jungle line and then finds a path that you guys didn't see originally and kind of disappears up into it. Real quick, I would like everybody to go ahead and make a perception plus awareness roll. Right, difficulties help, don't they? This is going to just be a difficulty 2.
That is 6 successes for Fire Orchid.
3 successes total for Volfer.
That's going to be 4 for me.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah, 4, same here.
All right, so as all four of you kind of take that moment to let Suma figure out where she's going to start leading you guys up to the Caldera, you take a moment and you all look up at the mountain, and you can see a ledge where that wolf demon that you guys had originally seen when you first came in is just coldly staring down at the four of you on the beach.
What does it want? I say that out loud to the group, just kind of looking back at this figure staring down at us.
Well, hello there, puppy.
Does Volfer actually yell that out? Because it is up on the mountain, so it will take you guys some time to get up to it.
Oh yeah, he totally yells that out. And he follows it up with a, "Come to play fetch?"
Is it Fire Orchid, is it possible for you to not antagonize something?
No.
That explains a lot about you.
Do we press on, friends?
Absolutely.
Of course. We must leave, and we must press on to leave.
The wolf made no motion or response to Volfer's crying out to him or taunting him. But as you make your way up through the jungle following Suma's path, well, first we'll talk about that. It's a dense jungle here, and you can tell that there's some well-worn paths, which is what Suma was able to find and lead you guys up. They're very narrow and have definitely been worn down over time, which makes you all think that Suma and Tio have probably used them quite frequently and were the ones to actually carve them out. Once you get to high enough on the volcano that the jungle kind of disperses, and it's just that rocky, loose pebbles for paths going up to the Caldera, and you no longer see the wolf there anymore.
Must have scared him off.
Either that or it's hiding somewhere. Thaka will be looking around cautiously.
We can take him.
The arrogance will eventually bring you down, Volfer.
What haven't we defeated yet?
At that, Fire Orchid begrudgingly nods her head in assent to that.
There's always a bigger fish.
As a note, you do not hear any crackling of ice. So you know that there's no spirits immediately dematerialized in the area. The volcano rises from the eastern side of the island, a blasted, jagged slope of obsidian and basalt, dotted with crags from which spew smoke and occasional lava plumes. Reaching the caldera requires a climb up the side of the mountain, which takes time but isn't difficult. It's hot here, but in the sense of being out in a warm, pleasant day too long, and you're hot and sweaty from the hike. From the volcano's rim, the caldera itself comes into view, a massive lake of lava around a central rise inlet of raw rock, roughly circular, wide enough that two combatants on opposite sides of the island are at medium range from each other. You guys get to up here, and at some point, as you're continuing to go up the path, Suma starts to pull back more and more until she's like a good short distance away from you and no longer leading you. She goes, "This is as far as I can take you for the moment."
What do you mean?
You can see that she is visibly uncomfortable. Being in this area it doesn't work for her. She's hot and almost looks like she's evaporating a little bit. I simply can't be here.
Do not worry, you have guided us thus far. We shall take it from here.
We thank you.
And with that, she solemnly nods at the four of you. As you turn around to look back into the caldera, you can see that a tapestry is draped atop a plinth in the center of that island. And connecting the rim of the volcano to the island are multiple twisty bridges of rock rising from the lava. You get the sense that tapestry there is the last anchor.
Quite the precarious place for a tapestry in a lake of fire.
I don't know. Could be woven of stone.
Have you seen many stone tapestries before?
Have you seen my anima?
I failed to connect the two.
Out at that.
We're holding. Never mind. You don't think someone could have made threads out of stone and then made a tapestry out of it? Really?
I just say, until I see something, I will express my doubts about it.
Of all the things you've seen, this is what you disbelieve.
I have seen many things over
Stone
my
or
life.
not, let's first find out what it actually is and debate the merits of stone threads later.
That sounds good. Wolfer's going to go over and check out the tapestry.
Excellent. So with Wolfer leading the way, as the last of you set foot on the island, the emperor eyes of the wolf appear between you and the tapestry, and the sulfurous smoke of the lava begins streaming toward those eyes to create its body. While that wolf's body is still forming, you can see 5 more sets of eyes appear and form smaller bodies around and behind you, blocking your way back to the path. You know that to claim this tapestry, you will have to defeat this wolf and its pack. Go ahead and roll initiative. What's plus awareness?
Is it plus 3? What is it?
Yes.
You should have it on your character sheet as well. Join battle, right? I'm going to spend emotes on this.
Anybody else spend emotes to join battle?
Do tens count as double here?
Yes, they do.
Oh, nice. 8, 9, 11. All right, that puts me at initiative 14, I think.
Nice. All right, so I rolled 4 successes, so I just add that to join battle.
No, you
Right.
add plus 3 to that. Join
Plus
battle
3.
is the roll.
Okay, so then I'm at 7 for initiative.
That would put me at 10.
So yeah, I got 4 successes, so that's plus 3. That's 7 for me too.
10s count as 2 though, right? So that's 6.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, that'd be
Successes.
9. That put me at initiative 9 then.
I'm actually 6. I'm sorry. I read the wrong line.
All right, I is the first one to go.
All right, time to do a withering attack, I guess. Let's try this. So that's Dex plus combat ability, which in this case would be melee. So what's our current position? Where's Wolfer? Where's the pack
All right, so
relative to us?
you guys, the 4 of you are all together. There's the large wolf between you and the tapestry. That large wolf is at short distance. And then on the other side of you is the wolf pack. So you're kind of sandwiched at the moment between wolves.
I'll try to knock the big wolf off its feet then and try to make sure it basically can't attack any of any of us, and I'll let Wolfer deal with the front.
All right. So as you go to flank the side of the large wolf, it sees you coming, and you're trying to get it off. It will kind of pivot on its front legs to get its hind legs out from the reach of Great Fang. Go ahead and have a 2-point stunt.
All right. 4 successes do 10 again. Apply here. Oh, yeah, they do.
Yes.
So that's 6 successes. So I assault the wolf, and I try to knock the wind out of its lungs. Try to attack it with the blunt side of Fang before preparing for the king blow next turn, hopefully.
You see that it starts to pivot, and you make that quick adjustment to smack it hard to knock the wind out of its lungs, and you have crashed the wolf. So you get its initiative plus its crash because you crashed it. So that is, I think, another 15.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It is a lot.
Yeah.
All right, Fire Orchid, you are next. Your initiative is 9.
All right, so Fire Orchid will do a withering attack on the wolf pack to sort of draw their attention away from the vulnerable Vulper in the middle to, the more fair, I guess, fight against the group. All right, so that's 10 dice, I believe. What's the difficulty?
Difficulty 5.
Okay, that's it. 9 and 8, so that's 2 more successes. So that's for a total of 7 successes.
Okay, you said you were doing a withering attack, correct?
Correct.
Excellent. So Fire Orchid puts herself between the group and the wolf pack, getting their attention, trying to harry them a little bit, make sure that they come at you guys. And you're slashing at them, and they're yipping and starting to bite, and they're trying to dodge, but you're able to get some really good hits in on them. Go ahead and roll your damage. You get 2 threshold dice.
All right, so that's just 2 successes.
You definitely have the wolf pack's attention as they all kind of turn to Fire Orchid and start snarling. You see their muzzles kind of curl up, and you can see their teeth, their long, sharp teeth, and their eyes are set on you.
Fire Orchid just sort of grit her teeth and be like, "This is what I know."
All right, so the next people to go is Wolfer and the Wolf Pack. The Wolf Pack will be attacking Fire Orchid.
Wolfer is going to attack the wolf itself.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and start with Wolfer, and then I'll work on the pack. Oh, thank you. Yes, the pack does technically attack all of you guys. For the stunt purposes, the focus is going to be on Fire Orchid. All right, so kind of switching back to the wolf, the large wolf emanation, you saw I smack it, and then the wolf kind of gets off balance, and you can hear that loud, audible whew as it loses a lot of the air in its lungs. So it's already off balance quite a bit.
Okay, so Wolfer is going to step up, bring his lovely new sword behind his head, and scream, "Bad dog!" and flat blade it against the wolf's nose.
All right, go ahead and have a 2-point stunt for that.
All right, so that's my 11 withering attack plus the 2-point stunt. Is that the dice pool?
Yes. And then you get the willpower point that you can choose to spend for an automatic success.
All right, you know what? I will spend that willpower point, and
the difficulty on this, as the wolf sees that you're trying to smack it right on the nose, it's going to try to duck its head, and it turned its off-balanceness into a roll to get away. Because it's already been attacked, has an onslaught penalty, which I totally forgot last game. Your difficulty is, or the target number is 3.
The target number is 3?
Sorry, the difficulty is 3.
Okay. All right. So I'll spend the willpower point for the automatic success. I will spend 3 motes for an additional automatic success using Excellent Strike. Okay. So my pool is at 13 with the stunt. 2 automatic successes. I spent 3 motes. I will spend another 5 motes. So I spent 8 motes total. And then I'll put my pool up to 18.
Okay. Real quick, are you spending this out of personal or peripheral motes?
Totally peripheral. Wolfer likes it flashy. All right. So that looks like 8 successes on the roll.
All right, so you have 5 threshold successes.
So that's 5 damage.
All right, so you, Wolfer, managed to successfully smack the wolf on the tip of its snout. You can almost hear an audible crunch as you make that contact, and it doesn't recover very quickly, being pushed back by the force of your hit. You are now at initiative 12. And then it's the wolf pack. As soon as you make that hit, you turn around and you see that the wolf pack has kind of divvied itself among the 4 of you, with 2 on Fire Orchid and 1 each coming at the rest of you. And they're driving in for attack. And Wolfer, as you turn around and see it, like leaps up onto, like, as it's jumping up towards you. For Fire Orchid, the 2 wolves kind of go around you just a little bit and both lunge at you at the same time. As Fakakun and Ayu also have wolves speeding up towards you, and then at that last moment, they're jumping at you. Feel free to describe your stunt, and if you want to increase your defense.
Okay, Volfer is going to just continue turning, and while he's turning, he's going to step to the side to get out of its way. And as he spins, he's going to bring the flat of his blade back around and smack the leaping wolf on its ass, hoping to knock it right into the lake of lava.
Okay, have a 2-point step for that. I believe that increases your defense, I want to say by 1. Yeah, I think it's by 1 when it's on the defense.
Okay. I said, bad dog!
Do we all get a stunt for this?
Yes, you do.
Okay. So I think what Faka is going to do, when the wolf leaps at her, she's going to kind of do a very graceful sidestep out of the way and just kind of like handspring sort of out of the way. And her robe is going to somehow like appear longer than it did before. And it's going to kind of just flow in this very distracting kind of, to try to deceive the wolf into maybe going into a different direction or something. And it happens in such a quick moment, it's just not really sure how it's possible. But it's just a quick flash where she just does this acrobatic move out of the way.
I like it. 2-point step for that as well.
All right, so Fire Orchid, having 2 wolves go up against her, she's going to, using the whole length of the sword, she's going to as she blocks like one of them with like the handle of the crossguard of the sword, and the other one she's going to like just block with the blade itself. It's sort of like turn the body and sort of like twist it so that it blocks both wolves at the same time.
I like it. 2 points per step for that as well.
All right. So Ai's already preparing for something, so he'll seem almost calm and not really. He'll just have Great Fang sort of in his hands, pointed towards the wolves, and just before the moment where it hits, he'll just open his eyes and dodge out of the way quickly and start repositioning himself. But that's like the action for my next turn. What's going to happen?
Gotcha. I like it. 2-point stud. All right. So the wolves managed to hit all of you. Some of you just barely, others very solidly getting a strike in on you. So I'm going to go ahead and roll withering damage real quick. All right. For Fire Orchid and Fakakun, you guys will take 5 initiative damage.
You crash at 0, right?
That is correct.
Okay.
All right. And then from Volfer, 5 initiative is going down, and for I, it's 6. So I'm going to go ahead and make those notes real quick. All right, we're almost to the end of the round. Fakakun and the wolf. It goes Fakakun and then the wolf.
Okay, so I would like to use one of my charms, Precision of the Striking Raptor. For 1 mote, the dice pool for one of my withering attacks will be calculated as if it was from close range rather than thrown. So it's going to be dexterity plus thrown plus 4. So that's going to be 14 dice. For a stunt, what I would like to do is kind of like a backflip while throwing the infinity chakram into the air. And I do like a one-handed handstand while I catch it between my feet, and then just like, just sort of like center myself again, but just sort of like acrobatically showing off. Oh, I'm going for the wolf pack, by the way. I don't know if I was clear about that.
Okay, no, you weren't. That was going to be my next question. Excellent. So go ahead, 2-point stunt, and go ahead and roll damage. As I imagine that your infinite chakram's going around and kind of hitting all of the targets.
Okay, so 4 successes. What's my target?
The target would have been 5.
Okay.
Sorry, I keep forgetting to say the defense.
Oh, no, that's fine.
Dang, all that dice and only 4 successes.
I'm just getting my bad one out of the way, so.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So, Fakakun, you release your infinite chakram, and it goes around, but the attacks themselves it's not enough to really throw any of the wolves off balance or to get any of their attention.
I must still be adjusting to this weapon. Fakakun looking very disappointed.
So the wolf finally, after being attacked so many twice, manages to get its paws up underneath itself, and you can see the amber eyes kind of flash a little bit of red as it looks between Volfer and I, and will wetly kind of snarl at Volfer first as it spins moat to be able to do 2 attacks at once. So its eyes hone in on Volfer with Volfer's back sort of towards him. It will go in for a quick pawing slice and then will leap using its powerful legs to kind of jump up completely and be on the backside of I in order to lay in a large chomp on him. So right now it has 2 attacks. The first one being Volfer, where it's coming in with that paw attack. And then the second one will be I with the bite.
Defensive stunts?
Yes, please do.
All right. He'll spin, but as he spins, he will use his blade to catch the paw, slide his blade along the paw, hopefully cutting into the flesh a little bit, and redirect the paw into an untenable and unbalanced position on the ground in front of him. So sort of a big swooping motion with his sword to catch, redirect the paw in a way where the wolf will end up standing awkwardly when he lands.
Okay.
And using parry, he will spend 4 motes peripheral to boost his parry by 4 for a total of 9, it looks like.
Okay, so it only got 4 successes. So, Volfer, you're able to catch the wolf swipe at you, and you definitely dig in a little bit, but it still manages to, even on 3 paws, kind of jump up and make its way over to I. But it is definitely awkward.
All right. So what I is going to try to do is, as soon as the wolf tries to jump at him, he sheaths Great Fang, and as soon as the wolf jumps, he tries to slide under it and turn out at the other side. And he's also going to use motes to increase his evasion and use Read in the Wind, which is a charm I have.
All right.
So
lots of good stunts today. Go ahead and have 2 points for that one.
Puts me at evasion 9.
I feels the chomp just about like the air from the chomp as he's sliding underneath the wolf to pop up on the other side of it. It barely misses you.
Worth the sacrificial initiative.
Yeah. All right. So that is everybody for this initiative turn. Go ahead and have 5 motes back. I'm going to... All right. I is first at initiative 19, followed by Volfer at 7, the wolf pack at 7, fire orchids at 4, Fakakun is at 1, and the large wolf emanation is at -5.
So first, I will focus. Great Fang is still sheathed, and he'll remember his past dreams of being hunted by wolves on a sort of a plane of fire back from when he was when he was scattering to the Windward Isle in the far west. And he tries to get sorceress motes this way. It's apparently stunt level +1, which lasts for the scene. It's part of the terrestrial circle sorcery.
Have a 2-point stat.
All right, so that puts me at 16. And now he'll sort of put his hands together. And at first nothing happens, but suddenly it seems like ashes are falling down. But what is actually ashes are pieces of essence that are coalescing together to hundreds and thousands and thousands and thousands of obsidian butterflies ready to cut up any enemies in his way. So I'll be using Death of Obsidian Butterflies, and I will say, I think it's about time we finish this. Are you ready to die?
So the wolf, realizing that what's going to happen, it can feel you calling essence around yourself, and it will turn around to try to eat the essence before you're able to catch it. That's really the best parry that I can think of. So you're looking at we restarted. So your I'm getting the terms. Target difficulty is 3, 4.
10, 11. I have 12. 12 minus 4 is 8. Okay.
Okay, so you got a total of 12 successes?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the damage, it's an interesting...
Yeah,
if I'm understanding this correctly, the damage is simply the threshold plus 1. So for the wolf emanation, that you would get to roll 9 for the pool.
Mm-hmm.
And for the wolves, you would get to roll 8 for the pool.
All right. So first the 9. Okay. That's 4 successes. Then the 8, that's 6 successes.
The wolf pack almost seems to be shredded by your attack. They're just simply not powerful enough to handle something like that, and they're looking extremely wounded. The wolf emanation, being more powerful in a lot of ways, is better able to handle that kind of attack, but it's still looking fairly wounded. All right, and that does not reset your initiative. So the next person up is Volfer.
All right. Where's Volfer in relation to the big bad wolf?
You're still within short range of it.
Okay, so I will do another withering attack on the big bad wolf. I will spend another willpower for the automatic success. I will spend 3 more motes for another automatic success via excellent strike. And I can reroll any 1s on the attack roll with that charm, which I think I may have missed the last time around.
Okay.
So I will make sure to get that. And let's see here. I'll just drop 2 motes on the excellency for an additional 2 dice on the roll. So I think that puts me up to 13 dice with 2 automatic successes.
Okay.
And Volfer, he will, once again, he'll, with a very elaborate flourish, he'll swing the sword around his head and once again bring the flat of his blade smack down on the wolf's nose and yell, "No! Bad dog!"
Okay, go ahead and have a 1-point step for that.
Okay. So then I have a total of 8 successes to thwack him on the nose.
Perfect. So you have a threshold of 6. So go ahead and add 6 dice to your... Because you're doing a withering attack, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Add 6 dice to your damage, and then minus its soak, which is 6. So
okay. So 17 dice for the damage. So that is 8 successes if I count the 10 as 2 in that roll. 7 otherwise.
Yep. So your initiative goes from 7 to 15, and its initiative drops down. Okay. It is the wolf pack's turn, as they seem to kind of be limping and almost oozing smoke from their bodies because of the obsidian butterfly attack. They will attempt to make a last-ditch effort to harry at all of you, biting at your ankles and your legs in order to try to get you off balance so that maybe the wolf emanation can take you all out.
Is the wolf emanation's mouth open right now?
With your stunt, you smacked it on the nose again, right?
Yes.
I would say no at this point.
Okay. He's not yelping in pain?
No, it's not. If anything, it's starting to snarl and be very annoyed between you and I.
Okay.
Would anybody like to stunt their defense?
Actually, can Fire Orchid make a using her solar counterattack charm? It says for 3 modes, Fire Orchid may evoke this charm in response to any attack she attempts to parry. This allows her to make a reflexive, decisive melee attack against the attacker, which does not count as Fire Orchid's combat action for the round. This counterattack occurs after the opponent's attack roll, but before its damage roll.
So the answer to that is yes. My question still stands for is, does anyone want to stunt their defense? Or in Fire Orchid's case, the counterattack?
How is the Wolfpack wolf attacking Volfer this time around? Last round I tried to catch him and fling him into the lava.
Yeah, and you weren't quite able to do that, but you definitely knocked it off. And then the wolf emanation got up to you, attacked you, and moved over to I. You then moved over to the wolf emanation. So they are at short distance to it, so it'd still have to move up to you in order to attack, which would give you plenty of time to reorient yourself for a defense, if that makes sense.
Okay. Volfer will turn to it, plant his feet, stare it in the eyes, and as it leaps towards him, he will try to swing his sword just right so that the blade lands in the wolf's mouth so that he can potentially just follow through and slice its head in half.
Okay. I like it. 2 point stunt for that.
Okay, so I'm going to spend 3 motes, and I'm going to be activating Graceful Crane Stance. So for 3 motes, Fakakun has perfect balance, can stand or run on things too narrow or weak to support her normally. And can I just ask you, like, what the area around me looks like in terms of maybe things that I could jump on or try to stand on to evade?
So the battlefield is littered with the essence of obsidian butterflies that are still like cascading down to the ground. Mostly the island itself is relatively flat, but there are other like pillars that are standing up out of the lava. That would be quite a jump to get out to those, but you could potentially do that.
Okay, with this, can I walk up the essence butterflies? Or are they just like completely ephemeral, like I can't like stand on them?
Dude, I love the idea of that first stunt, so yes, of course you can.
Okay, so in a very majestic fashion, as these obsidian butterflies are falling, I'm going to be running up them and just trying to get myself as high into the air as possible. And it's kind of like a treadmill of sorts, as I just sort of am kicking these remnants of the obsidian butterflies down into the ground and pushing myself back up in a very, making myself seem very light and weightless.
I like it. That's definitely a 2 point stunt.
All right. So what I will try to do is he'll try to kick up the obsidian butterflies that are now everywhere, and he'll try to create a sort of screen, and then he'll try to dodge the attack once again, as he did with the big wolf before, because Great Fang he still doesn't have Great Fang in his hands.
I mean, you can have it out as part of the stunt.
Okay.
So, okay. I will give that a 2 point stunt too. What does that put it up for I?
My defense is 4.
Okay. All right, and Fire Orchid, how would you like to do this?
Fire Orchid will definitely try to she will try to swing the blade so that to prepare herself for her next counterattack. So it's just sort of holding it in front of her to sort of almost like a spear, trying to keep the wolves at bay while she's preparing herself to swing it later.
Okay. I'll give that a 1 point stunt.
Yeah, I wasn't really confident about that, but I got thinking about it. I was going to say later on we'll make up for it.
Yeah, totally. What does that put your defense?
6.
6.
FYI, Volfer's parry is also at 6 right now with the stunt.
All right. We're lucky that battle groups don't get double 10s, which sucks for me. You all successfully evade and keep at bay the wolves. And we'll get to Volfer's stunt as part of this in just a moment. Fire Orchid, I believe at this point you get to do your counterattack.
All right. So for her counter sense, now that she's prepared her attack, and now she's going to see if she can go one of the there's a path and there's the lava all around on the edges of the path, right? So she's going to try and herd one of the wolves toward the edge and cut the ground out from then slide them into the lava.
I really like that. I like that a lot. I'm going to give that a 3 point.
Now, see, that was where my thought was going. I was like, what about the setup? I can't think of something cool to set up that.
Okay, so we might come back and modify that, given how this is probably going to go. But go ahead and so you have your 3 point stunt. What this means is you still get the 2 dice. You get, I believe, 2 automatic successes and 2 willpower points that can exceed your total willpower.
All right. So yeah, that should put me at a bonus 2. Yeah, so I roll 5. So what's the target number?
You want 5 successes or more.
Correct. And so it's my attack minus their defense, so that's minus 7 for the decisive.
You still need to roll to hit.
Oh yeah, all right. 6, 7. plus the 2 automatic successes, which is 9. Or is that not covered yet?
Yes, the 3-point stunt would have been for the to hit roll. So you, unless you have a charm, the thresholds don't go over, but you hit.
Okay, yes.
So at this point, that's when you would roll your damage.
All right.
Which for Fire Orchid for a decisive attack is 4.
All right. So a 9, a 3, an 8, and a 1.
All right, so you got just enough. Fire Orchid's able to get her 2 wolves, as well as gathering the attention of the wolves on I and Fakakun, whereas the one on Volfer, it continued into Volfer's sword and just kind of splits in half, disappearing into smoke. And the ones that Fire Orchid kind of gathered, and she sliced part of the island, they're unable to scramble back up, and it takes a moment for that slice to kind of separate, but then it quickly falls into the lava, and the wolf pack is no more. All right, and I think that successfully resets you to 3 out of 4. We have Fakaku next. No, my apologies. That did not count for your attack, Fire Orchid. It is now your turn.
All right, so having dispatched the 2 wolves in front of her, now she's going to turn and swing at the remaining wolves with a.
So with battle groups, what you've done is you were able to do enough damage that they're all gone now. It's just a large wolf.
Oh yeah, I'm going to attack the large wolf then. Yeah, and she's going to do another decisive attack at it, which should be. I'll get 15 dice. So the target is still 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
Fire Orchid, can you say your stunt again for me?
All right, so she was planning to, after cutting down the cutting off part of the island, she would turn and sort of swing an overhead slam right onto the last wolf.
Okay, that will be a 1-point stunt, and it will attempt to get out of the way. Its evasion is 1.
All right. So yeah, that's 5 dice for me,
So you definitely hit it.
All right.
What will happen is for your damage, you'll get to roll 3 dice.
3 dice. Okay, yeah, 3. 5, 1, and 4.
Unfortunately, that doesn't do any damage. So you make the contact, but it's just you kind of overstretched yourself, and it doesn't have the same impact that you were hoping for.
Got it.
It is now Fakakun's turn.
Okay. And from high in the sky, I would like to use my robes to start to parachute down. And when I'm about halfway from, the sky to the ground, I want to use joint wounding attack charm. So for 3 motes, Fakakun may attempt to cripple an opponent with a decisive attack. And if I do at least 3 damage, it's going to inflict a -3 penalty to the opponent's dice pool until the end of the scene. So
super cool. The trick with this, though, you are at 1 initiative.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
So you would only get to roll 1 die.
Oh, yeah, that's a bummer then. I just would like to do just a regular withering attack then. So since I'm actually going to be doing a withering attack, I would like to do the precision of the striking raptor charm instead. So I'm going to spend 1 mote, and I'm going to calculate this as if I was at close range. So I'll do my dexterity plus thrown plus 4. So that's going to be 14.
Okay.
And then how many points for my stunt? 2?
Oh, 1-point stunt.
1-point stunt? Okay. So 15.
So that still gives you 2 dice. Just no willpower point.
Oh, right. Okay. Gotcha. And what's my target?
I think you guys have onslaughted it enough that it's at 0.
Okay. I think I got 10 if I counted that right.
I see 11.
Oh, 11. Okay.
So that gives you 11 threshold dice.
12 is my weapon damage. And then how many threshold did you say?
11 minus 6 for its soak.
Okay, so I think I'm rolling 17 dice, if I did that right. And do 10s double on this?
Yes, for withering.
6.
All right. The large wolf emanation seems to be beaten down where its belly is basically on the ground, but it's still kind of crouched enough. And you said 6? Okay, so that brings your initiative up to 8. No, 7. In a last-ditch effort as it sees its enemies coming in or all around it, it will attempt to throw off what it perceives to be its two largest opponents, which would be I and Volfer. And kind of in a 1-2 motion with its hindquarters whipping around, it's going to try to kick I and try to kick you off the island itself. While Volfer, it's going to rear its head back up, like ridiculously large in order to open up its mouth in order for it to try to bite you while it's on its two front paws, kind of pivoting at the same time.
I'll stunt my defense. Actually, I think I have a charm for defense. Okay, give me a moment to think. Sorry. I kind of interrupted your flow. I apologize.
No worries. We're at that point where I and Volfer can totally stunt, and then I will...
All right, so I will take Great Fang and sort of try to aim it at the wolf as it's attacking him. But instead of basically taking the damage, or like going with his spear into the wolf, he'll start dodging him and start moving backwards and forwards to confuse him.
So it sounds like you're evading.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. 2-point stunt for that.
Volfer is going to spend to boost his parry. So he'll spend 4 motes to boost his parry by 4. As the leg comes up, he's going to slide towards it, use his sword to catch the leg, and using the sword as leverage, he's going to force himself further underneath the wolf with it in a slide so that next round he can just gut it.
Cool. 2-point stunt for that defense as well. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and roll that real quick. What are your guys' defenses?
Volfer is at a 10 parry right now.
Okay.
I also used modes for defense, so I'm at 7.
Okay. All right, so the first attack's coming towards I, and it will definitely miss you. The second attack will miss as it tries to chomp down on Volfer, but between all the blood and its nose basically being broken, it completely misses. It hits where you were, but you were so quick to move out of its way that you're exactly where you wanted to be, and it also misses you. All right, 5 more motes. We're at the start of a round. The wolf is looking significantly wounded, with I being the first.
Never. Okay, so I is gonna take out Great Fang, and he's going to start whirling his spear and sort of trying to create a whirlwind and use the fallen butterflies to sort of flow around Great Fang, and then attack, and then sort of lunge and send the butterflies forward. And then while the wolf is confused, he's going to try to hit it in the eye.
I really, really like this. I know I've already awarded a 3-point stunt, but you're going to get a 3-point stunt for that.
Okay, so watch me fail this horribly. Okay, so I'm going to use Excellent Strike as well.
Its onset penalties have reset, so you're looking at a target number of 2.
Oh, 2. Okay. Yeah. Well, my decisive is pretty low, so I'm rolling 4 dice normally. So I guess I'm just going to roll that then. So that's 8. With the stun, that's 8 successes, I think.
Yes, and you hit.
Yep. Okay, and so now roll the damage, which is just the initiative, right?
Which is 19.
Yeah. 8, 9.
Dang, that's a lot of 10s.
Yeah, that's a shame, but what can you do?
All right, Volfer, your turn.
Does it look wounded in any way?
Oh, it looks extremely wounded.
All right.
Okay, let's see here. So with excellencies, I can increase my dice pull up to double. So let me make sure I have the math on this correctly. First, I'll spend the 3 motes for Excellent Strike, which will give me an automatic success, and I can reroll any ones on the attack roll. And then I will pay 3 more motes for Fire and Stone Strike, which allows me to add up to 3 threshold successes from the initial attack to the raw damage on a decisive strike. And then I will I'll do 5 just to increase my dice pool. I'll use excellencies at 5 motes. So for a decisive attack, that is 8 plus 5 is 13 dice, according to my handy dandy notes here. All right. So now that Volfer is sliding underneath the wolf, he will jam his sword up beneath its jaw continue the slide and basically unzip him as he goes down underneath it towards the other end. And when he gets there, he will jam it up again and twist just for that final bit of fuck you.
Brutal. Oh, you guys, fantastic stunts here. I'm giving a 3-point stunt for that as well.
Sweet. So that's 16 dice. And I'll spend a willpower for another automatic success on the attack. So that's 2 automatic successes plus 16 dice.
Super overkill. Its defense is 1 right now.
Wolfer's all about the overkill, yo.
Hey, I'm good with it.
Let's see here. So do 10s count as 2 on attacks?
On the attack, but not on the damage.
Okay. So that's then 11 successes for the attack. So my initiative is 15 right now, I think?
Correct.
So that's 18 damage dice. And that is 6 decisive damage.
You, Wolfer, get to that last little part of your stunt and you rear up your sword and twist for that extra vengeance part, and you can hear the wolf kind of make these weird, just nasty sounds as if its innards were beginning to spill out. They start to turn into smoke, and the wolf begins to just slowly seep out of existence. Your great thing is still in its eye socket when you see that this starts to happen. You can see in its other ember eye loses its life essence, and it takes just a few moments for it to be completely gone.
Does it leave anything behind?
No, it does not.
Damn.
No treasure for you.
All right, as it dissipates, Volfer will climb back to his feet, and he'll look at the rest of the group and be like, see, that wasn't so tough. Now what's next?
An artifact, perhaps?
Yes, the tapestry.
Oh, hello again, folks. I'd like to tell you about the Facebook group we run called White Wolf and Onyx Path RPGs, Gameplay and Media. Have you ever wished you could have an easy way to find gameplay videos and podcasts, or just media in general that deals with your favorite White Wolf role-playing games? Or have you ever wished you could find a forum to share gameplay that you have recorded? One that won't be drowned out by random posts and discussions, so that your media could get the attention you deserve. The group is specifically run with the sole intent of it being a one-stop shop for people to view or share media involving the games we all love. We take thorough steps to ensure the page does not become cluttered and is easy to traverse. The group is already immense and continuing to rapidly grow, with new media being shared every day. Stop on by. We hope to see you there.